Alright, welcome everybody. This is MoonTimeDweller playing in the ManaTraders Series. Legacy is the format. Playing some Merfolk. This video is brought to you by ManaTraders.com. Promo code is moon_6R4. You get 20% off your first 3 months. And it's also brought to you by OneLionCBD.com. They have a lot of CBD products for you. You got smokable product. They have salves you can rub on your feet, and especially a CBD sparkling water, which is really good. Check them out at OneLionCBD.com. Alright. Got 4-land hand. This is not the best. I think I'm going to ship this down to 6. And there you go. 0 land. Alright. Oh, and I wanted to update y'all on this also. My computer had some issues joining the last match, and so somehow Magic Online kept shutting down over and over, and it wouldn't let me play, and it doesn't seem like this game is either. But I lost because of inactivity, and apparently you can't get any help on that. And it doesn't look like I'm getting much help either here, so this is probably going to have to be pretty bad. Well, I don't know. Let's see here. Because if I'm going to be down to 4 cards, I definitely want the land and the true name. So I'll get rid of the Force, Image, and Lord. I mean, it's probably not the best idea because I don't have 2 blue lands. Don't have an island and a cavern or anything like that. But just going to have to hope for the best here on a 4-card hand. Here I was hoping that maybe I'd get a little bit of help after getting shut down so badly and unfairly in that last match with my computer not helping me out much. So now I'm 3-3 technically, and this is match number 7, and I have to win out of the 10 matches in order to get the 70% that I need. Otherwise, I have to play up to 20 matches and get 65%. And I believe right now I'm at 50. Yeah, 500. I'm batting 500 because 3-3. And I was at 60% before this. Alright, so we got 2 Ponders and 2 Fetch lands and 2 Dual lands. This is a deck that you'd want to play in paper. More so than online, I feel like. Just because it takes so long to get through all of the cards that you're drawing and looking at and manipulating your deck for, and especially if you're playing with Sensei's Divining Top or Counterbalance or anything like that. Well, I guess Divining Top's banned right now, isn't it? But yeah, Counterbalance. God, that was a tough deck to play against. And a Brainstorm. So I'm hoping to not get a Mutavault next turn, like I did last turn. It's like a Nimble Mongoose maybe, or a Goyf. I don't know. Oh, Hooting Mandrills, right on. I think I'm just gonna bounce that back to their hand at the end of turn, because then they can't cast it for a little while, hopefully. Oh, they dazed it. That was a good daze. Didn't get a blue land. Alright. Well, that's a problem. I mean, maybe I should have held off for the Brazen Borrowed next turn, that past turn, but I mean, shoot. I guess I should have seen a daze coming or a force coming. Because they manipulated their deck so much, and now they're doing it again. So this is most likely Rug Delver, or what do they call it now? Red, blue, green is what? It's not Jeskai. Jeskai's the American colors. I can't even remember these new shards. I don't know, they're not really new anymore. I mean, they're something like 7 years old now, probably, but Oh my gosh. This is just bad. This is just bad. Just gonna hope for the best here. I mean, I'm taking 4 every turn, and hopefully that's all I'm taking every turn for a while. But it seems like they're gonna, you know, they have 5 cards in their hand, so they've got to have like bolts and counter spells and probably a Goyf or some kind of backup creature in their hand. There you go. There's your Goyf. Sound like Bill Engvall, don't I? The stand-up comedian. Here's your Goyf. I mean, it's okay. I go to 8 and I can kill something, right? Is this an instant or a creature? I think it's a creature when it's in the graveyard, but this is an instant, so that the dismember won't affect the Goyf. So I'll just go to 8 and kill the Goyf. I hope they don't have some kind of counterspell. If they do, it's game. It's most assuredly a game. I mean, I don't think I can win either way here. When you mull down to 4 and you get no help on top of it, you're going to be in trouble. And another brainstorm. Okay, so we're definitely going to bring in the chalices next turn, or next game, I mean. In the second game, because I'll be on the play, and hopefully I can get a chalice out on 1 pretty quickly. Because, I mean, it's most of their deck, minus the Tarmogoyfs and the Hooting Mandrills and Force of Wills. I mean, I don't think this is going to do real well, but, well, I mean, I have to try. And if they just bolt me, then they just get it. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, they could have bolted me or the creature. It really didn't matter. And I guess it still doesn't matter because that thing's going to flip because they definitely, yeah, they got Chain Lightning on the top there. Alright. We'll move right along here. It's funny that they picked to Chain Lightning the creature. They could have just hit me for 3 and then attacked for 3 with the flying creature, but, you know, I guess that's the better way to do it. Alright. I think Force of Negation and Chalices will be good. And Relics will actually probably be pretty decent. I think I can cut the Curse Catchers just to bring down the amount of 1-drop spells. Dismember seems to be pretty good, but Image I think can go. And then I'll take rid of I'll get rid of the Brazen Borrowers, and I think that's okay, but I'm only down to 16 creatures. That is not very good. Gosh, cut a lot of creatures out. I don't think I've ever done that before. I think maybe cutting 2 relics and bringing back the Brazen Borrowers might be a decent idea, but that only brings it up to 18. Yuck. Well, I think I'm just gonna have to go for it here, because I mean the dismembers are pretty good against their critters. I mean, maybe the Force Negations aren't really the best, but I've already clicked submit, so. Tell you the truth, I'm a little salty over the last match where I lost because of time inactivity. That just was very frustrating to see happen. Alright, well, I mean, I got a bunch of chalices here. I mean, I think that's doable. It's just not going to see any creatures for a while, it doesn't seem. And I guess the only other reason to keep images in is to make it so that there are 8 oracles, but, you know, I guess my initial train of thought was it is so vulnerable to so many different spells. You know, bolts and chain lightnings and fatal pushes and uh, just anything. I mean, you know, Liliana the Veils, and I don't know if there's a Chandra or, you know, anything that does anything that targets it, it's over. And I feel like there's a lot of targeted removal in this Rug Delver deck. Okay. Hopefully that'll be your only one casting cost spell of the game, but 6 cards in your hand, I have a feeling it's going to get forced here. Curse Catcher, never, that's right, I got pulled that out too. Wow, that was stupid. Okay. Yeah, because the images and Curse Catchers would actually be pretty good. It's just that I felt Chalices were better. Maybe not, though. Yeah, there's a Daze. Well, I'm just going to hope they don't have another Force. Doesn't look like they did. Okay, well that's good, I guess. But now their Delver's going to most definitely switch, or flip. And I can't even remember the land that they bounced. I think it was a tropical island, wasn't it? I don't know. Well, they have a fetch land, I guess, so now they can go get a red and hit me for 3 and then 3 more. But they may not do that. Okay. Oh, that's right. Never mind. I'm just talking out of my ass, folks. I don't know if y'all have noticed that yet or not, but I really like to talk things through with myself. I think I'm going to try and get 2 Chalices out, because that would really help, you know, keep them down. If they get rid of 1, then they, you know, they're still not out of the woods. But I'm in a lot of trouble here because I don't have anything in my hand. I'm just taking 3 across the dome every time. I think I'm going to keep it at 2 for now. Yeah, well, I mean, that's a Lord. I mean, I guess I should wait maybe in case they play something that might... Well, they don't have black in this, do they? I don't think so. We just saw rug colors. So going down to 10. And this is troublesome, to say the least. Because even if I get Dismember, I'll go down to 6 and kill the Aberration. Is it an Aberration or an Aberration? It's an Aberration. So it's not a ghost, it's more of a... What is it? Abomination than anything else. Okay. Oko will get him a lot of life. So this match is pretty much over. And I mean, I don't want to say that this is a bad match for Merfolk, but when you mull to 4 in the first game, yeah, you're in a lot of trouble for the whole match. Because it's, I mean, it is a difficult match, but it's not, you know, a guaranteed loss. It's just that this is pretty much over, and there's really no reason to play against it. But that's okay. You know, this is for everybody to see, and it's for documentation purposes, and it'll help me down the line, hopefully. Yeah, because I'm gonna take 3 through here, and then they're gonna activate the Oko creature and. Or the food token, I mean. And if I take 6, go down to 4, then I can't dismember anything. And if I block here, then I still go to 7 and potentially die next turn. Right? No. Unless they play some kind of artifact here. Oh yeah, well, that'll do it. Or a creature. Alright, well. That's the end of that one. I mean, unless I find like some kind of blasphemous act that's blue and costs 3 mana, I think that's the end of that match. All right, thanks for joining me, folks. I am now, 3-4? Really 3-3 technically, but, really I guess 3-4 because of the inactivity loss last match. But thank you all for joining me. This is still very fun. I'm enjoying the ManaTraders series, and this video has been brought to you by ManaTraders.com and also One Lion CBD. Check them both out. Be much appreciated. Have a good rest of the weekend, folks.